Prior to being in AOT, I had a history of red flags, the type of warning signs that parents and caregivers are told to look for by counselors and educators.
AOT, Assisted Outpatient Treatment, is a compassionate, collaborative, court-ordered treatment plan helping those with more severe mental illness. Most of those helped by AOT are caught in a cycle of repeat hospitalizations, homelessness, and incarcerations. Many are unaware they need treatment. Anosognosia, lack of insight, is a symptom of severe mental illness that diminishes one's own ability to perceive their illness.
Before AOT, I didn't understand my illness, how to manage it, and I often didn't even believe I was ill at all. My relationships with my family and my friends disintegrated.
Because of a lack of insight into many of the effects of their own actions, individuals with severe mental illness often do not have the ability to pursue treatment for themselves. Unfortunately, for many individuals with severe mental illness, not getting treatment is the entryway into a revolving doorway of court time, probation periods, and jail or prison sentences. Implementing AOT could keep many of these individuals safely in their homes. In fact, studies from New York show an 83% reduction in arrest rates of AOT recipients.
Pennsylvania's legislature recognized the opportunities that assisted outpatient treatment can provide for all Pennsylvanians when they passed Act 106, which authorizes counties to establish AOT programs in October 2018 with no votes against.
There's no additional cost here. You're taking an individual who, rather than going through treatment, staying stable, and living within the community, is now one of the greatest resource drains in the community, because you're going to treat them at very high expense, discharge them, treat them again, discharge them, treat them again. There is anywhere from a 70 to 80% reduction in hospital rates and commitments. There is an 80 to 70% reduction in costs to those individuals across the nation.
Delusions, hallucinations, and paranoia eventually became a major part of my life. So much so that I was convinced I was working with the FBI and the CIA. I once sat awake for 3 nights in a row in a hotel surfing the internet for clues about these kind of threats. And then I showed up at my local FBI headquarters, where I delivered a psychotic rant to several visibly concerned FBI agents. My third and final AOT order ended about 8 years ago. And since that time, I have renewed relationships with my family and myself. With thanks to my AOT treatment team, I got back on track for a healthy life.
On somebody that suffers from mental illness, is prone to commit low-level criminal offenses or even moderate criminal offenses, they get caught in a spin cycle. There is no good place. The least evil sometimes is that they get sent to jail, but that is far, far from a perfect fit. It's no fit at all, frankly.
And in particular, Pennsylvania has a great statute that allows you to take somebody who's already in an inpatient commitment, and before you discharge them, change that to an outpatient order. So you get them stable just to the point that they're stable, and then the courts take over on the outside. I really don't find Pennsylvania's law that cumbersome. It seems pretty straightforward to me. It's just a question of wanting to do it.